Alright, yo, coming back at you with another action-packed video filled with some dumpster diving action. I'm going to be trying to look for some metal inside of these commercial dumpsters here. Yeah, this one's a brand new school building getting built. So hoping there is some metal in it, which there is. There's some sprinkler pipe. Ah, almost jabbed the truck there. I've wanted to come to this dumpster for a while now, but when I was doing all the dumpster diving last year, they had a fence around this place and I couldn't get in. Well, then when they removed the fence, I was doing a lot of other stuff. So this is the first time I actually got out to dive in this dumpster here. My arms didn't want to work there. Just trying to throw it, but for some reason I couldn't. Okay, there's a lot of this pipe here. A lot more than I was expecting. Let's see if I can get it up and out of here. I don't know if I'm able to get this. Might have to get that stuff there and push this to the side or something. Well, I don't really know. Work my way over this way. This plastic. Yeah, that one's plastic. This one's not. Something's Got it caught up though. Actually, wait. Oh, this is steel. Well, this one is. I think this one's. No, they're both steel. Alright. Gotta be really careful in positions like this. You could have this whole thing collapse down on you if you're not careful. There's more of these pipes underneath all this trash, though. I just saw. The weather kind of sucks today, but it is what it is, you know. You can't always pick the weather you're working in. Sometimes you just gotta deal with it. Ooh, there's some wire. I'd take these buckets too, but they got like a bunch of leftover stuff in them. Whoa! Gotta be careful when it's raining out like this too. Cardboard just it has no strength when it's wet, you know. Alright, so them pipes, I think, are somewhere in this area. I'm gonna try to move some stuff off of them. Might be able to get to them. I don't really know. I see the end of one of them pipes, so I'll see what I can do about that. I know I'm throwing this on top of them other exhaust pipe things, but ooh, there's some wire. You know, sometimes you gotta pick an option and just go with it, and you know, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices. Sometimes you're not gonna be able to get it all, you know. If I needed PVC, and this would be a good place to get it too. Alright, so there's some of them pipes. Oh, and a whole bucket of fittings. Ah. It's pretty much all fittings here. Let's see if I can lower it down without spilling too many of them. There we go. Heck yeah. Now, see if I can slide these things up and out of here. It's hard to believe, like, they would just waste all this pipe here. I mean, I don't know if you can even reuse any of that, but I mean, still, I mean, there's so much of it here. I mean, you could at least use it for something, you know, even if it wasn't a new build or anything. Save it up and make something out of it, you know. I don't know, man. I guess that's why these guys are making billions, and you know, I'm only making thousands. That's still got stuff in it. Ow! Almost dropped that on my leg. Almost hyperextended my knee there. Heck yeah. Not seeing any more of it. Now I think what I might do is just try to unbury the other stuff. I don't know if I just made it worse or better. Because now that pipe's not here, some of the weight might be gone. But I don't know. Might have just screwed myself here trying to get this stuff out. But the sprinkler pipe weighs a lot more than this stuff does. So I mean, financially, I made the right decision. I believe. If something does have to be sacrificed, I think I sacrificed the right thing. Yeah, this is not gonna work out, I don't think. I don't know. I'll give it a shot. Trying to remove a little bit of weight. I just bent it, which is okay. Might be able to at least get something, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I could cut that if I wanted to. Sometimes the problem with cutting things in dumpsters is you can spark a massive dumpster fire, which isn't good. Try not to do that. So, no! I'm just gonna check this little corner, and there was a pipe way down in there. I ain't trying to get crushed by no pallets though. There's like something down in there, but I feel like I'm gonna get crushed if I keep going here. Not in a very good spot. Yeah, there's some pipes there. If I open this door, all this is falling out, and I don't have a machine to kind of push it back. These guys do. So, yeah, it might be that. I'm gonna have to take what I can, you know. Sometimes you can't get it all, you know, you just gotta work with what you can get. So it wasn't too bad. You know, I got a lot of brand new sprinkler pipe. Got some wire. Got some light steel. And, you know, some more sprinkler pipe. So it's not too bad of a haul for one dumpster. I only live just over there in that neighborhood somewhere. So, no, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too far. So if I deem it necessary, I'll go back and unload this into something else, because I'm planning on trying to get more today. Alright, so that big whole mess there got condensed down into an easily haulable amount there. The sprinkler pipe says 3-inch schedule 40. I don't know pipe schedules too well. For some reason this stuff seems very, very thick. Look at that. That's got to be at least a 1/4 inch, maybe a 3/8 inch wall thickness. So I don't know. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 3-inch. That one's only 2.5. I'm sorry. But it's still 2.5, 3-inch. It's like a 1/4 inch wall or better. This little thing, I don't know what that is, maybe 1.5 inch with a 3/16 wall, something like that. And a whole bunch of them little tiny ones. So I don't know. That's pretty wild that somebody threw all those in a garbage dumpster. Because now they're paying they would be paying to get rid of those things, versus getting paid to get rid of them. There's a scrapyard like, I don't know, a couple miles from here, so that's just crazy. Absolute madness, bro. anyway, we rescued that pipe from the depths of the landfill, and now we're going to move on, see if we can rescue some other steel. All right, so the way some of these commercial builds go is, you know, a lot of times they have like these dump hoppers out here, which that one's not latched. But anyway, I just noticed that. So anyway, they use these dump hoppers. They'll come in with like some sort of machine, like this telehandler over here. They'll throw all the trash in these dump hoppers, use the machine, take the dump hopper over to the dumpster, and that's how they dispose of all the trash into a central location without having to have 20 different dumpster rentals going around the property, or having to carry everything from all the way on the other end of the school all the way out here by hand. You know, they'll just use dump hoppers like this, set them up by the entrances, and that's how they go about getting rid of trash. So what I found in here is in this particular one, somebody has a wire all the way down there in the juice, so I'm gonna get it out. Maybe. It's raining pretty heavy today, that's why there's all that water in there. So yeah, just a little bit of wire, and hopefully background information on how some of these dumpster things work. So I'll move on down the line. I think I'll look in them first and then I'll turn the camera on. So sometimes I don't find nothing in these things. Looks like we got a little bit of metal in this one as well. Not a whole terribly huge amount, but it is enough to justify getting it. There's wire in here, but somebody ran this bitch over. Thing about gloves, man, is they don't make gloves for rain. You would think after hundreds and hundreds of years of glove making, somebody would finally develop a glove that was good for working and good for rain, but it seems like you get one or the other. It's good for rain and not good for working, or it's good for working but not good for working in the rain. Challenge you guys, you know, if you want to make some money, develop a glove that works good for working out in the rain, you know, something you can put on pretty easily and it doesn't get destroyed all instantly by the stuff that you do for work. There's some more wires and stuff down there. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get kind of wet here, I think. Ew. Dedication right there. Dedication to the trade. Somebody please make a glove that keeps your hands dry but you can also work in. Somehow I keep kicking springs under my truck tires. I think that might be it for this one. Sometimes I move stuff around though, just to make sure. Got a little bit of a wire here. Yeah, I think that might be it for this. On to the next one. With my super wet gloves. Alright, so got this dumpster here. I'm not even in it, and I can see there's a lot of steel in it. I would really like to get this piece here. That is a big, massive piece of pipe. I don't have my torches on me, and I think it's heavy. Definitely a garbage dumpster. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That is insane. So there's a bunch of rebar here. I'm just gonna start throwing it down out of here. Crazy thing is, they got a scrapyard right down the road from here. If the Walmart wasn't there, you could see the scrapyard. They got all this stuff in here. That's insane. You could throw this on a skid loader, run it over there way quicker than, it's cheaper than trying to put it in here, I think. Pure insanity. I'm gonna get this stuff in the truck. This is a pretty high visibility area. This way, if I have any problems, you know, at least got something out of it. I don't think I will have any problems here, but this is the town that I did run into a pretty douchebaggy cop a few years ago here. But this is a garbage dumpster, and you know, this company has to pay to remove the box. So if I give them more space, lighten up the box, I'm saving both the dumpster company and the contractor money. So, you know, there's really nothing illegal about it. It's just some cops don't understand what I'm actually doing, and they think they know everything, you know, and really they know not a whole lot of anything. This is an insane amount of steel rebar here. And an insane amount of steel they're paying to get rid of. If I can get this pipe out of here, which I don't even know if I'm physically capable of lifting it. I'm gonna give it a shot, I think. I've lifted a pipe this heavy before by hand. I had one of my friends helping me back then. I don't have that here. Even then, it was a fight. I could go get my tractor, but both my trailers are full. And I don't think my tractor's big enough to lift this thing either. I could probably make so much money just doing the steel full time. But the thing about it is you know, steel is hit or miss. Like sometimes you can get a buttload of scrap metal, but it ain't worth nothing. The markets are crap, you know. In times like that, it's really, really rough when you're solely relying on scrap metal to pay bills and stuff. Then we have good times like this. It makes it really hard to want to do other things like the trees and the welding, but I know I could make so much more money just doing scrap metal full time, you know. I don't know. Yeah, this pipe is freaking heavy, man. And also too, it's like, I don't know, if I can roll it where my truck is, I could go back and get a torch and cut this thing up, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. Oh, this is tied together here. That's why I'm struggling so bad. I can't get that right now. I'm gonna focus on this other crap here first, and I might revisit that later. There's a lot more stuff up in here. Oh man, look at that big piece. And here's some old spray paint bottles. Lost the bottom of it. There's a big heavy chunk under my feet right now. That paint's still got some stuff in it. Oh well. Shredder can deal with it. Ain't the first time the paint's gone through the shredder. Oh man. There's a lot of these things. Oh, here's another really heavy chunk of steel. Don't try that at home if you're not ready for the consequences. I'm gonna have to move my truck, otherwise I'm gonna crush it. Here's another heavy chunk of steel right here too. I have no clue if I can get to it. There's a lot of asphalt on it and whatnot. There's another heavy chunk. Man, this is insane, bro. That's all tied together. How much y'all think this pipe weighs? Man, let me know. This thing's, I mean, it's gotta be, it is as long as my truck. Yeah, front bumper to rear bumper. Whew. Man, I don't know, man. I think I can roll it though. If I go home and grab a trailer with some torches, Oh man, that would be insane. Just roll it that way out of the dumpster, torch it up, and throw it in the trailer. Oh crap, there's a big, huge piece of concrete in it. I'll see how far it goes down so I can avoid that if I do torch it up. Oh, there ain't nowhere to step down on this dumpster. Oh, and they're bent. At least that one was. Let's see if these other ones are that hard to get out. Yep. I don't think I can get that piece. I bet if I moved some of this, oh yeah, there's another heavy chunk of steel right down there. I bet if I moved some of this stuff around, man, I'd be finding steel for days in here. Like it's insane, bro. I think I'm gonna climb down, move the truck, and I'll throw this big heavy chunk down there. Alright, so I moved the truck forward. I'm gonna get some more of this stuff out of here if I can. I have a plan for this thing here. I just don't know if it's gonna work. And I did notice there's no concrete in it till at least halfway, and that's just from what I could see. So I don't know, man. Looks like I have a good way to roll it out. If I cut this pallet, you know, I could just roll it out really easy, it looks like, but I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't want to torch it up in the dumpster because there's so much flammable stuff in here. Yeah, and I'm definitely not getting through it with a Sawzall. That's for damn sure. those of you that don't lift heavy things, I don't want to hear it telling me I'm breathing too hard. Standing on some slippery ass piece of plastic trying to lift a 200-pound object here. Sometimes I'll be standing on the skinny side of a pallet board too. That's one of them. One down, one to go, I think. Might be more than one to go. I don't know if I can get it though. Now, what do I got? What do I got to do here? I got this pallet. It's kind of in the way. I'll move you over there. Still not able to get that. Gotta be real careful, this heavy piece of pipe don't come rolling down on me as I'm moving this thing. It'll crush me real quick. Luckily I got some sort of safety net here. Alright, so I think this pallet board is what's holding me up. So I might have to get the Sawzall, cut that thing there, and I should be able to get this thing. Yeah, that pallet board right there is what's screwing me. Forget about this for a second. I know there's another heavy chunk of steel up in here. Not quite sure what all is on it yet. But there's another one, same thing up here. So I might start with that. Kind of get some of the weight off that other one that I was just trying to pull. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if it's possible even to get this piece out. Yeah, I can't move it. There's so much weight on it. I want to. It's a very hard thing for me to turn down stuff like that. But I'm not even budging it, you know. There's just all kinds of other metal in here. There's a piece of copper or something. So much rebar, man. Holy crap. One of them is full. This one's moving. I don't know if I can get it though. I have no clue what it's attached to or nothing. How far it extends, none of that. All I know is it moves. I got it a little bit. That hurt. Okay, well it bends and goes that way quite a ways. Which means I get some weight off of it this way. There's another one. So there's 3 of these at least. Man, you gotta be real careful moving stuff around like this in a dumpster. You gotta be careful moving around stuff like this normally, but in a dumpster specifically, it can get real dangerous real quick. I think I have liberated this piece. Heck yeah. That's one. There's a chance I might be able to get this one, maybe, depending on what all is on top of it. I definitely don't think I'm getting that one. Got some wire in here too. I don't know if I can get it. Yeah, it's buried. This is extremely buried. That sucks, but I might have to call it. You know? I do think I can get this piece though. Now I lost my one of my safety nets, and I still have that piece there. I guess let me load up the stuff I got on the ground, grab my Sawzall, and I'll get this piece out. Alright, so I cut that piece of wood out of there. Should be freed up now. Got all that other steel in the truck. This is rocking quite a bit here though. So I'm gonna be pretty careful here. Like I said, I got this pallet here. It should protect me. And then you can't really roll that way. So if I stand in a corner over here, more than likely I'll be okay. If not, there is thousands of other people. If I yell loud enough, hopefully the fire department can get this off of me before I die. Alright, that one's freed up. Alright, I think I'm all freed up. I just gotta give it a yank here. Alright, I'm gonna roll this way, try and make it easier. Alright, got her. Got her down. I'm just gonna check around here real quick. Yeah, I can't really get anything else from up and out of there, I don't think. No, all that stuff's buried. So, that's about all I'm getting out of here by hand. Oh man, that thing is heavy, dude. I don't think I'll be able to get this out by hand. Even if I did have a torch on me, I would have to use their telehandler, a big excavator or something. So yeah, look at this here. Load it up. And yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is a heavy load. Extremely heavy. And it's a lot of heavy iron. So I don't want to bury all the heavy stuff with the light iron. And it'll be a gigantic mess getting this truck getting all the steel off of it. So I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I'll open this up here a little bit better. So now I can get that piece actually inside of here. I'll show you how I do that. You know, start by rolling it like a wagon wheel. You know them square tired, them square shaped wheels? Yeah, they do work. It's not as well as a round one. And take it, spin it this way. Get your back ready. Ah. Oh yeah. It's one of the reasons why I don't like using lifted trucks for this sort of work. I do like the look of lifted trucks, but they absolutely suck when you're hauling crap like this. Having to load it by hand. I think I can strap that down, and I can still get more steel on here. It's just, yeah, I don't know, man. It really hurts my heart knowing I have to leave that piece there. It really sucks. It's so bad. But there's no way I can do it by hand. I could probably turn their machine on over here and use their skid loader to load it, but yeah, I ain't about that life. Trying to steal equipment just to, yeah, make a mess. So I ain't about it. Alright, I'm gonna try looking in some other dumpsters here. Got 3 of them in this property, and that building there has been under construction a while too. There might be a dumpster or 2 over there. Yeah, those chunks of steel were not light, man. I don't think video really does it justice as to just how heavy some of them pieces are. Like, I know some of the female CrossFit athletes, you know, their max deadlift is like, I don't know, somewhere around like, I'm gonna say like 400 some pounds. You know, that's in ideal conditions, you know, standing flat, picking up a bar in the ideal footwear. These pieces, I'm assuming these pieces are at 250 plus. These pieces here are 200 plus. You know, so it goes to show you like how heavy I'm actually lifting. I know the I think it's like the Power Clean or the Clean and Jerk. I think some of the elite female CrossFitters are like somewhere around like 245 or something. You know, so these pieces here are heavier than that, and I'm picking them up standing on the side of a pallet and some slippery plastic pipes and whatnot. So, you know, it goes to show you how hard some of this stuff can actually be. Although it is hard to grasp when you're not here doing it. And there's a bunch of wire. Looks like some sort of internet wire. I'll just throw the whole rolls in the truck bed. Boom, boom, boom. This one's like almost full. What the heck? Boom. I'd say Kobe, but he can't do that no more. Didn't make his last attempt. Oh! Rebound. Wow, these blades suck. Freaking too bendy, man. All them old ones would just break almost immediately. There we go. That's how you get rid of glass sometimes. Oh, that one was Kobe. That one followed Kobe's footsteps. And I got rid of some of them blades. Heck yeah. Go to these other ones. Okay. Alright. I think I'm gonna throw this stuff on the ground. And then I can put it in the truck where I want it instead of just making a mess in the truck bed. You know, some people always ask me why I don't just throw things in the truck bed. Well, sometimes Well, I've explained it enough, you know, in some of my other videos. You know, you throw things in the truck bed enough, you're bound to break your window a time or two. Two, you know, stuff bounces all over the place and goes everywhere. Sometimes you end up making a bigger mess. Three, sometimes I just don't park close to the dumpster. And, you know, four, probably the biggest reason is everything is about weight when you go to the scrapyard. So if I can stack all that stuff up real nice and neat, like, maybe not nice. My battery died, so I had to swap it out. But yeah, anyway, so what I was saying is, you know, the fourth reason why I don't always throw stuff in the truck bed is because when you do that, you're just kind of throwing it in there however it goes. When I deliberately put stuff in there, you know, I'm kind of stacking it and making sure I can get more weight in there. Because that's how you get paid from the scrapyard. You get paid for the weight of it, not how large the load looks. So, yeah, that is one of the biggest reasons why I don't just throw things in the truck bed all the time. I want to have control over where these things go. Now with the dump trailer, I don't really give a shit, usually. You know, that thing is big enough that for what I'm doing, if I have to unload that before I'm ready, it doesn't really matter. But with the pickup trucks that I own, you know, you're wasting a lot of energy or a lot of gas trying to run empty loads if you don't have a whole lot in there. You know, some loads, people make it look like it's a huge load, and really there's not a whole lot of anything in there, really. Some of my loads, they can have a couple tons in like a 2500. I can get a couple tons in there, and sometimes it doesn't look like there's anything at all. So it's all about, like, you know, the Tetris game, you know, something similar to that idea. a lot of this fire alarm wire, which usually goes in the Romex. That's really nice. It's nothing like crazy, nothing super crazy with it, but it's always nice getting some copper here and there. That's some internet wire there. So here's a bunch of stuff. I don't know if I can get it though. It's buried in here. I'm gonna give it a yank here. Maybe try to move some stuff off of it and not stand on it. I don't know, man. Can't really. It's not really moving. I have no clue how far it goes either, so I'm gonna forget about it for now. See if there's any other wire over here. I don't see anything. Oh, missed. There we go. There's an extension cord down here too, as well as all this stuff here. Oh, I missed that one too. Dang it. Feels like it's gonna start raining again. Ow. Oh yeah, the rain's gonna start picking up again here. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Ain't no turning back now. I'm making too much money anyway. I ain't stopping. Ain't no rain gonna stop me from making money today. Some days it does, but not today. I'm gonna beat you, rain. Alright, so that's quite the mess I got going on down there. Ugh. And it's really not too much else in here, I don't think. Small piece of brass. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this one. I'll climb up out of here, pick up the mess that I made. I know there's that box back there, but I can't do nothing with it, you know? So just like that big heavy pipe, you know, sometimes you just gotta cut your losses. So I'll get this in the truck. I'll move the truck over here and then put all this stuff where I want it. All right, I got all the big mess into the truck. You see, that's why I do what I do. That's why I don't just toss it in the truck bed. So I took that big mess. It is now a consolidated, disorganized pile here. And I was also able to come around back here. I moved some stuff and I got this box freed up. So now I can just lift it right up and out of here. So now I can stomp it down. I never throw these boxes in the truck like they are. Unless I have the trailer, then sometimes I don't care. But even then, I still usually try to stomp them down. This one is a bit more put together than some of them. All right, there we go. Now it's a not flat, but it's flat enough to be worthy of going in the truck. So I know I need to strap this down before I get on the road. There's a dumpster right over there I'm gonna check out first, and then like I said, probably another one or two over there. All right. There's some steel laying here, but I don't know if it's scrap or not, so I can't do anything with it. I am gonna check the dumpster. There is some, definitely some more steel in here. It looks like we got some sprinkler pipes as well as, you know, the ceiling holder upper things. Cool looking pond here. Oh my god, I can't get my gloves on. They're all wet and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna toss it here for now. Like I said, for now. I think I can make a whole railing section. That's just all the sprinkler pipe I've gotten today. There's another PVC. 1.5. I don't need it. I don't think so anyway. I need some 2-inch though. I hate insulation. A wire in here. I don't know what kind of wire just yet though. Freaking coax garbage wire. That is not coming for some reason. Oh, somebody gave me a step. Heck yeah. Youngstown Tube. I wonder if it'll fit in here. It does. Yeah, that might be all I can get out of here. There's some other stuff up in here, but can't really get to it, you know. So yeah, I'll probably load this stuff up and yeah, move on. I can't really get anything else out of here. Too much drywall on top. Getting pretty full, man. I don't know how much more I can keep loading this thing. Gotta wait till tomorrow to get rid of it, because ain't no scrapyard open today. Got some pallet banding. Maybe. I don't know if I can get it. Oh no. Can't get it. Not without cutting it anyway. See what's on the back. On back there. Really like when they have rub rails on these things. These ones with no rub rails kind of make it really difficult to get up in there and see what you're doing. Just that one pallet banding, but I can't get it right now. Alright, so now I'm out in this freaking field here. You're like, what the heck am I doing? Well, there is metal out here. How much metal? I'm not 100% sure yet. I do see this thingy over here. It's metal. Looks like there's some pieces to it. Some other pieces there too. This is just some stuff somebody dumped, it looks like, which is crazy because there's all kinds of dumpsters everywhere. But no, let's go to a field and dump stuff out in the weeds. Just doesn't make sense to me. Nothing too heavy. There is a rake here. What in the heck? Alright. I don't know what that is. That's all metal. And this stuff. This might be it for the metal here. I think those are all wood. Yeah. Oh, I ain't trying to pick up no trash, so somebody else can deal with that, I guess. I got some of it, so guess that's what matters. That piece is aluminum. I don't know. Let's go here. There we go. Now I can get it in a better spot. There we go. There you go, and nowhere now. I don't know how much of you guys can see of this one. Got a little chair here. Try not to get run over. In a completely different area, and the stuff in the trailer is not scrap, so I can't throw anything in there. Got an air conditioner here. I'll tell you the story behind this stuff here in a minute. Stay. Alright, so I got a fridge here and a dishwasher. I don't know if I can get the dishwasher, I'll be honest. I don't even know if I can get the fridge, for being really honest. I'm gonna try. I think I need to borrow this strap here. Just gonna get this off of here. So what I got going on now is yeah, I went scrapping all day today. Got rained on pretty heavy there. I went up north to try to avoid the rain, and I also saw a lot of dumpsters yesterday when I was up there for other reasons, right? So I go up north. That's where all them all that heavy metal came from when I did not have the trailer, right? So go up north, get a bunch of scrap metal, then I filled up the truck like real quick, so I decided I still had time to go. I had to go get a one of them post hole augers for my tractor. I went down, picked that up, and on the way down I found all this other metal. So like the chair, this air conditioner, and this fridge, I saw it on the way down and I was like, man, I don't know if I can fit it all. I was like, you know what, I don't care, I'm gonna find a way to get it one way or another, you know. So it's kind of what I'm doing now. I got a post hole auger in that trailer, as well as some snow plows that I'm hauling for some dude. So I can't use the trailer for the scrap, because I don't want to bust them things up. I already busted a hydraulic line on one of them snow plows. I'll have to get that fixed before I deliver it. That's not a big deal. It's like super simple to fix a hydraulic line. But you know, I still don't want to tear them things up any more than that I already did. So I'm not putting scrap metal in them in the trailer. I will, however, put scrap metal in the truck. I always open these first, if I know what's in them. Not saying there can be bodies in there. I haven't found any of them yet, but sometimes people don't realize that letting their fridge outside with a whole bunch of food, they forget that it starts to stick, you know. Oh man, I don't want to have to scratch up the truck bed here doing this. I think I can avoid it though. Ah! So I got the fridge in there. I think I gotta turn it still. I always try to get the doors a certain way. Oh man. This pipe is about 2 foot too long to be safe. Well, I got the fridge in there. Can't get this tie down out because of how I have it. Die, bug. I might be able to get the dishwasher. Let's see if there's anything else in here first. There's a piece of metal over there. I think I can get the dishwasher over there. It's like barely metal. Die, bug. Freaking mosquitoes. I mean, it's got a metal door on it. It's got a motor, some wires and stuff. I'll take it. These things are getting really plasticky anymore. I'll tie that down, be on my way. Alright, so I got it all on here. Got the fridge, got the dishwasher, got the AC, got all the heavy steel in there. So the truck's full. This is what I got in here. Got 2 snow plows and a post hole logger. I'm really trying not to mess any of this stuff up any more than I already did. So yeah. I really can't fit any more steel on this load. That truck's full. Plus we're getting really heavy. There is more steel that I saw on the way down here though. So if I want to go get it, I'm gonna have to go get the small truck, put it in there. But if I was single, it would be something I could do. But you know, the woman, she's getting mad, so gotta go home, I guess. But that was a full load of steel in one day, so I'll try to get on this unloaded here tomorrow, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. It's a mess. I was trying not to bury the heavy steel in the light iron, but it's what happened anyway, so it is what it is. Alright, yeah, so it's the next day. This is what the load looks like in the morning. That steel that I saw on the way down to get the post hole thing, that was still there when I came back through last night. I couldn't fit it, so I'm going to take the Toyota to go down and try to recover some more steel. This truck's already halfway full or whatever, you know. I don't always film all the metal I get, so let's try to go down and get this other steel here. Alright, looks like we got some steel here. Some electrical panels too. So there might be some brass in there, I don't really know. It's all heavy, that's for sure. Not heavy iron, but physically heavy. I guess it's good I didn't get this last night, because there's no way this would have stayed on the truck. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised it's still here. Like nobody's out scrapping it. There's like a few of us on YouTube, and there's like a few people I see every now and then not on YouTube out scrapping, but it ain't nothing like it used to be. And I remember back in the day, it was common to see like, you know, 7, 8 guys out running scrap metal in the same area you were. Now, I mean, heck, you barely see anybody. That one's definitely some heavy iron. So is this one. I didn't put that there, but I'll take it. I think that should all be okay. Yeah, glad I grabbed the Toyota for that. Alright. Guess we'll get this stuff sorted out and unloaded. Alright, yo, so now I got all the metal here in my driveway. I had to go through the painstaking process of trying to unload these trucks. I need to do some stuff to this AC unit in the fridge, and maybe clip wires on the dishwasher before I take them. Ideally, I would like to cut the heavy steel here. That way I can get short iron prices for it. But everything is so buried. I don't want to have to take it off the truck, cut it, and then put it back on. And I can't use the trailer for anything. So that kind of eliminates the option for that. I think the yard I go to has like a mixed metal price, like a mixed steel price. So I might be doing that with this truck. There's too much work involved in trying to empty out all of this to cut the heavy steel to put it back on the truck. It would be a lot of work. And then I'm also not sure, I might put these pipes in my storage unit. And things are probably like between $6 to $10 a foot, maybe even more than that if I had to buy any of that stuff. For like the welding side of things, yeah, they're not super long, but that's an expensive, like this piece here would cost me $60 to buy it new, so that's 60, 120, 180, 240, I think. And then this one here, it'd be like $400 a pipe that I got sitting here. So I don't know, man. I want to save it, but I also need money now. So I'm also inclined to scrap it. I don't know, man. I think I'm going to save it, though. I have a lot of pipe inside the pipe, though. It would go for like short iron. So I got to empty that out, I think. I don't know, man. And then there's a bunch of wire that I forgot about, too, that I got in here. Yeah, it's a gigantic mess. Over here, this one will be easier to unload. I only got 2 pieces of heavy iron, and the rest of it's all light iron, pretty much. So this one will be easier to unload. So I might unload this first. I don't know, but yeah, this is only one weekend. Actually, yeah, Saturday and Sunday, plus a little bit of today, which is Monday. And I wasn't even scrapping hardcore on Saturday either. I was just finding stuff in my travels when I was picking up them snow plows. So, yeah, it's pretty insane. It's like nobody does this stuff anymore. Like, I don't understand it. Alright, yo, so after I went to the scrapyard and got unloaded, it was like a couple rounds I had to go around with the Ram to get everything out and in the right category. But I got $165 worth of scrap metal, came off the truck with that truck. The Toyota had $55 worth of scrap metal that I took off the truck. I got rid of some copper, but I still have at least a 5-gallon bucket of copper from the load that you saw. And I still have some sealed units from the fridge and the AC unit, and a small little fridge that was in the Toyota. I also found a chest freezer on the way home with the Ram. So I made $3 from that, and I retained a sealed unit from that as well. So that's about $213 right there that I sold just from those 2 things there. And then the pipe, I kept the longer pieces. So I added up everything, the length of them, and I asked for prices if I were to buy those pipes new without paint. It would be $17.15 a foot. from the place that I got my quotes from. So all the pipe there together is worth $890, like a total value if I had to buy it brand new. So I did not scrap most of that stuff yet. I mean, I scrapped the little tiny ones and the ones that were too short to really do anything with. But I still have those 3-inch Schedule 40 pipes, and I think there's like a 2.5-inch Schedule 40 or something that I still have. Yeah, so that was a pretty good day there, I guess. It would be nice if I could find somebody to buy the pipe for even like $10 a foot or something. I would probably just get rid of it, but I'm not going to get rid of it for $50, unless I'm really hurting for cash, because it's going to save me a lot of money on the welding business if I can reuse some of that pipe for something. And then I also, when I was picking up them snow plows, I retained a computer from this when I was unloading the scrap metal from the last dumpster diving video I made, and I still have that. I'm gonna make I made a video trying to see how much that thing is worth. So if you want to check that out, I have that up right before this video. Yeah, so that was a pretty good day of scrap metal. One of the biggest days of biggest corporate waste I have seen yet. Not the biggest, but it's up there in the top 5 for all the corporate waste I've seen in this while doing scrap metal and stuff. Now, I've been doing this since 2010, so it kind of tells you a lot there. If you like this video, go ahead, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. I do a lot more of this, and it seems like all these old dudes are dying out, and there's not a whole lot of young dudes replacing them. So I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get involved pretty heavily into the scrap metal business again here soon. So if you want to check out some of my videos, I'll be making a bunch more here soon. I will see you later.